Welcome back to another winter session. It's February the 7th. Yesterday was 77 degrees. Today it's 44 degrees. Huge temperature swing. But that's what happens on your day off. Usually you get the best weather conditions. Always, all the time. That's okay. My friend and I, we're gonna make the best of it today. About to go through some little shoals here. We're on a new body of water I've never floated before. I've kind of explored this area in my Jeep, but I've actually never floated this section of the stream before. So it's all new. Don't know what to expect today. Hopefully the water is clear enough. Maybe we can entice a smallmouth or two. But if anything else, it's going to be great exploring. We got 9 miles to cover. Hopefully we'll find a nice fishing hole between here and the takeout point, and I'll share what I catch. We had a nice guy help us out on the shuttle. I'll put his link in the description below if you want to do this section too. And anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this reddish crawl color. It dives 9 to 11 feet. The water is kind of higher than normal. We'll see if this entices anything, but you know I got Jade's jig on and a jackhammer, some other baits I could throw. So stick with me, stay tuned. I'll meet you downstream. Jeff starting out the day with the first catch. There we go, man.
He's small, little quarter-pounder.
Nothing wrong with that. There's one in the boat. Fish on. Oh yeah, we found a spot, man. We may hang here for a little bit. He's not bad. He's a nice smallie. Yes, sir. First official fish for me this year, and it's one of my favorites. Got a smallie. Jeff and I were just doubled. He was taking a picture of his, releasing it, and shortly after I made this cast with this red crankbait. Wha-bam! Yeah. Probably 1.25 pounds. Thick, healthy guy. Probably around 13 inches. Beautiful fish. I'll take them. First of the year for me. I had that one nice bass on you saw in the last video and I lost him. Oh, I just got hammered, dude. Right here in this corner, throw your Ned rig. He hammered this crankbait. I felt it. Here, I'll back out. You can throw your Ned rig in here. This little guy just hammered that crankbait. There's no question that was a fish. That was nuts. Little guy, feisty. A little bit smaller than the last one, probably about 11, 12. Wanted that crankbait. May have to throw Jade's jig with the AAFC fire crawl trailer on there. Actually, as much noise I'm making now, I probably won't get another bite. Keep hitting my net on the side of the boat. But man, he smoked it. That one was feisty. stay on. Right here off this little area here. Yes, sir. Hey, right here where the slack water meets, you come up here and toss that Ned smallmouth. I just got a creek stud. Let me get him out of this predicament real quick. Gotta have those red crawl crankbaits this time of year for sure. He's definitely a hefty one. Look at that, baby. Oh, healthy. Probably not quite two, probably close. This one is 16 inches. I'm gonna say just shy of 2 pounds. That's a beautiful fish though. Munched that fire crawl crankbait. Woo, doggy. Man, I wanna come back here so bad. Especially when it's warmer, top water. Whew. That was nice. Praise the Lord. That was a good one. All right, let's get this crankbait out. I'll put the link of this crankbait down in the description. It's just a, it dives about 9 to 11 feet. It's red, it's got a little black line down its back. I believe, I can't remember if this was the Berkeley brand or not, but that's it right there. Fish on. Some fish up here. Little guy. Oh. I like to have that job. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just got bit right here. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want any other boat right now. This CK1 is perfect for this stuff. Absolutely perfect. I definitely want to come back here when it's nice outside and warm. Throw a twop water. I don't know what a twop water is, but throw a top water around this rocks. Woohoo! Man. I mean, I'm getting excited just thinking about it, but bait's messed up. All these boulders and rocks, and oh man. Problem is just catching at the right time. I mean, we'd have to have some flooding, then you would have to get out here like 3 days after the flooding, you know. It's like a very small window. Hey, Peggy, Peggy, Peggy! As you can see, we're in the Jeep. It's nice and warm in here. Oh yeah, nice and toasty. Got a little chilly there for a little bit. There was no sun whatsoever today, but you can tell the temperature started dropping about 10 degrees. Hands started turning pink. I was like, yeah, getting a little cold. But it was a great trip. We covered 9 miles a day, brand new water, never floated ever in my life. I have explored a section above that area, probably about 10 miles above that section.
but I really just put in and kind of paddled a couple holes. I actually didn't float, but a lot of promising fishing holes in that area. I'd love to go back there during the spring or early summer after a good rain. I mean, it'd have to be a toad strangler to go fish that section during the summer. It'd have to flood, then you'd have to wait 3 days for that flood to come down and then hit it. I mean, that's your window. It's crazy. So you know those fish haven't seen a lot of lures for sure. So I told Jeff today, I was like, I'd love to get back there and fish it when it's warmer outside with some whopper ploppers, some buzz baits, something. Because you know there's some mondos in there for sure. We basically paddled through these long stretches where it was like largemouth heaven. I was like, oh man, I'd love to cast at that tree, but just didn't have time. 9 miles in the winter, you're just trying to cover water and cast with some moving baits as much as possible. I really didn't want to throw the Ned rig or the jig much today just because it would bog you down and it's just been rough. So thankfully the crankbait was putting them in the boat. But that section is beautiful, beautiful bluff lines. Kind of reminded me of the Buffalo River. Huge rapids just for fun, bigger rapids than the Buffalo. And I love it. But unfortunately, it's a rain-driven section. You just got to hit it just right. But so happy we did today. So anyways, I had 5 on altogether. Lost one at the boat. He hit literally right at the boat. It's about probably 10-inch one. But I'm happy I got one. 4 was definitely a win. They were loving that crankbait, that red crawl crankbait. So I'll put the link in the description below. That way y'all can stock up on those too for this time of year. But thanks for watching. Had a good time today. It's good to get warm. And I'll catch you on the next adventure.